believe it or not, it's time for the stream. Grab some snacks and your coffee. Sometimes I game or I make art. What will it be? Believe it or not, we are live. Hey everybody, happy Monday. We're here. We are here. We made it. Mondays are normally really happy days for me. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Hold on. I feel like a Cthulhu. Yes! Yes! Mondays are normally some of my best days of the week, and today I'm tired as shit. How are you? She is beauty. I'm your wife. Yeah, I'm tired, man, but it's a good kind of tired. For those that don't know, yesterday was Hobbitsgiving on the Discord, and we had a lot of people there, man. I'm so honored that so many of you were there. We had a lot of the Europeans stay up till like fucking 3 or 4 a.m. It was wild. And even the Europeans that were there, I would say through most of the third movie, you're troopers. You're fucking troopers. I'm tired too. How was the rest of Hobbitsgiving? It was really good. The third movie, everyone loved the ending. Like everyone was like, oh fuck. Like the people who hadn't seen it before. Emotions were high. People were crying. It was great. It was great. Really good time. I ended up getting about 19,000 steps by the end of the day. That's how many steps it takes to travel to the Misty Mountain, apparently. Did you guys know that? Misty Mountain? Lonely Mountain. Yeah. But oh my god. Afterwards, I had to dissociate. Like, I don't think I realized how tired I was. And then I sat down on the couch and I just like stood and, or like not stood, I just stared off into the distance for a while. And now I'm still tired. So as you can tell by the title, I have no brain capacity today. So we're just going to do some cheeky peek today. But hello, welcome in everybody. I see Rick Smooch is here. Hello, Phil, Disney. We do have a lot of really good cards. Brian, hello. Dim, say, how's your Monday? It looks like everyone's having a shit Monday, though. Oh, no. It's Monday? Yeah. It doesn't feel like Monday to me either because of Hobbitsgiving. It feels like some weird Sunday, Friday thing. It's odd. Oh, no. Disney's nauseous. Cleo's here. Hello, Cleo. Illegally streaking in chat. Hi, Jack. Hello. I stopped entering with yo because I'm 38 years old. You can say yo. I feel like yo as a greeting like that is very millennial. And that's okay because we're millennials. We need to accept it. I know millennials are kind of uncool nowadays, but that's fine. Okay, we just have to get through this. I'm sorry I missed Hobbitsgiving. I dropped by before it even started and then my Sunday got away from me. Don't worry about it. It's just a fun event for people to stop by and do. I did actually see, I was setting up whenever I saw you came in, Alex gang, before Hobbitsgiving actually started. We started the stage room in Discord 30 minutes before the film started, and then we had a little pregame stream yesterday for second breakfast. It was a whole thing. So I got on stream at 9 a.m., and we had an hour together where I ate my second breakfast with you all. And then we started prepping for the 11 a.m. start. But Alex, in that time in between, had a waiting room set up in Discord where he just did Power Wash Simulator. And I did see you pop in there. Hey, Subhan. Hello. Yo, welcome in. It's been a while. How have you been? People were crying. It was great. It was great. 19,000 steps is crazy. We had a step bet going to see how many steps, and I don't know if Phil saw. I think Phil won the step bet for how many steps I would get. So, GG, Phil, you got it. I think I was just shy of 19,000 steps. It was like by the time I sat down and like went to bed, it was at 19,000. But by the end of the films, it was like 18,600 and change or something. Very quiet hour in our house last night. It needed to be. I seriously felt like I could have kept going. I could have kept walking. I could have kept like being on stream, like entertaining. I really could have, but something happened when I like got into pajamas and I sat down, and it was like a flood of something. I don't know, hormones, neurotransmitters, a flood of something entered my brain, and then I just had to like dissociate for a second. By a second, I really mean like an hour or two. It was weird. Like, I thought I was okay, and then my body was like, you need to sit down. But I'm sure that's probably normal. I also watched the Netflix Frankenstein last night. Do you recommend it? That's good. I've heard mixed things about it, which has me nervous, but I mean, it seems like it'd be right up my alley. Anxiety nauseous, so I'm screwed. Oh, until the end of Wednesday. Is it for your dog, Disney? Is it for Molly? I get that. I'm so sorry. Annabelle's here. Hi, Annabelle. Guys, Annabelle was here for the Hobbit's Giving yesterday. It was their first time watching all the films, which is awesome. We had a couple people watching all the films for the first time yesterday, which I'm sure was an experience given the commentary. Not bad, but just like, you know, watching a movie with friends, like shooting the shit is funny. It's good and filmed so beautifully. Okay, that's cool. I'm an expert on steps. What can I say? Phil. Oh my God. I was reading back on the very short thing I wrote about how millennials could have still been cool if we just kept our shit together, and I'm always proud of it. Wait, really? Wait, I was reading back on the short thing I wrote about how millennials could have still been cool. I feel like we were never cool. I feel like we just missed that boat, you know? Because when we were young adults, we were the losers that were ruining businesses and couldn't keep it together. And now that we're older adults, we're made fun of by the younger generation, but we still don't have money. So I don't know. I feel like we missed the cool boat. I really liked Frankenstein. I got to see it in theaters. That's cool. Not sure why people are hating on it. Other than some Netflix gloss, I thought it was quality stuff. And you know what? Let's be real. Let's be real. Obviously, streaming shows and films have a certain quality to them. It's definitely higher than old cable TV quality was, but it's like a weird middle ground, right? I would argue a lot of cinema nowadays has a level of gloss over it that it doesn't have to. I think the penny pinching is starting to show a bit more. It's just my opinion. I'm good, man. I missed you. It's good to be back. Hell yeah, dude. Welcome back in. Have you been up to anything interesting, or just like life got busy and yeah, I get that. I don't know. I'm still brain dead. I'm gonna give a disclaimer right now. I'm still brain dead. I streamed for basically 12 hours yesterday. A little less than 12 hours. I was on the go. I didn't know if I would be here today. If I say something weird or stupid, it's because my brain is... I'm not fully there right now. I'm basically asking you, have you been up to anything interesting? Cool. I think Frankenstein can be lame, but enjoyed the style and storytelling of it. Yeah. I love Frankenstein. And add the Del Toro style. I feel like I'd be really into it. Should be a slam dunk. That's how I felt often at McDonald's. I can hustle and bustle for 12 hours, and then when I go to, you go to leave, you sit down in the locker room, I zone out, stare off into space, and drool. Yes! Dude, I can imagine that. For shifts that long, it's just like, I mean, honestly, I had to do that a bit when I was teaching. Because when you're teaching, you have to be on all the time, and band directors do often have, I would say, 10 to 14 hour work days. It varies depending on the day and the time of year, what you're doing, but you also have to be on all the time for your students, as in like kind of putting on a face. Even, I would say even way more of a face than I do on stream, because at least on stream, I feel like I can kind of be myself and I don't really have to like censor anything. But in front of children, you know, you have to be a certain professional. You have to watch what you say, and I don't know, it's a different kind of like facade. I mean, that's what it is. It's just a facade you have to put on a bit when you teach. And, oh my God, that was... And I didn't even like it. So it was just, like, so emotionally draining. I think you'd love Frankenstein, Alyssa. I do plan to see it sooner or later. What can I say? I mean, other media, I'm not too into, but this movie was good. Okay. I mean, honestly, if anything, that just speaks more highly of that film and, like, even more likely I'm gonna like it. Disney. Okay, you nervous for Molly? She gets 2 feedings today, needs a bath, early morning drop off for her surgery. And that's tomorrow, right? I wish you guys all the best. Alex and I will be driving down to Florida tomorrow. So if you want to pop some news in your Discord or mine, that'd be great. When it's done, I would love to know. Again, can't explain the joy I had yesterday. That makes me so fucking happy, Annabelle. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Well, welcome to the sketch heads. That's the name of the Discord. I don't know. We make all kinds of sketch jokes. I was caught up. There's a great YouTube video that dropped the other day, kind of talking about that gloss, how old movies had texture. I think I know the one you're talking about. I think I also saw that one. Not just in the medium they were filled on, but like people were sweaty when it was hot, uncomfortable things that are, yeah, when things are uncomfortable. I agree. I completely agree with that. The way films are made nowadays are just so different too. It's like, ugh. Right now I'm working on an LLM for one of my friend's exams. Okay, wait, am I being silly? What is an LLM? But that's cool. Respect on making it today. I would have called in. Phil, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about it. Well, not thinking about it. Whenever I was in my desensitized dissociation mode last night, and it was like 11 p.m. and Alex looked at me and he goes like, are you gonna stream tomorrow? And I was like, I want to. And I was like, in all honesty, I think I just need a sleep, and we're gonna see how I feel when I sleep. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, oh, okay, I feel good. I just don't know what I want to stream. I need to do something mindless, hence Peak. So now we're going to do Peak today. Oh, LLM is AI. Oh, I'm sorry, Subhan. I don't like AI. I feel like it's too unethical right now. Sorry, dude. If you can make an ethical AI, that'd be great. Okay. Hey, Echo's here. Hello. Sorry, I got lost in the sauce. I'm gonna have a lot of brain farts today, gang. Echo's got the 6 of Cups reversed. Interesting. Sketch heads. Hi, Pluranka. Welcome back. How are you recovering after Hobbit's Giving? Okay. Oh, it's large language model. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Chat GPT is LLM. Gotcha. Hey, and Crazy's here too. Welcome in, dude. I sure did have a day. Have you recovered? I definitely feel like my brain is... Today's the recovery day, for sure. I would be wiped the F out if I had streamed for nearly 12 hours and walked 19,000 steps. I really felt okay. I felt like I could have kept going. But yeah, I definitely feel like today's just going to be chill. We're hanging. I recognize for... I think a lot of Americans, their like Thanksgiving vacation kind of starts either today, tomorrow, or Wednesday, depending. But I also wanted to stream because after today, I am taking the rest of the week off because we will be in Florida for the holidays. So I wanted to fit in as much as I could. And also for the people who don't celebrate Thanksgiving, it's like, I don't want to just, I don't know. I like routine. And for those of you that are still going into like your office jobs or have your Monday routine where you're like, oh, it's dinner time, I'm going to put on Alyssa. I want to do that. I want to be there. It'd be a loaf of bread on the couch for the entire following day. Dude, I want to be so bad. Here's another reason why I have other commitments today too. I was at like a 2-hour doctor's appointment earlier today. It wasn't supposed to be 2 hours, but it was a new patient appointment, and the doctor was actually like fucking amazing. So we ended up like talking a lot, even about my migraines, which was cool. But so yeah, I had like a 2-hour doctor's appointment this morning. I just ate lunch, got here, and then as soon as stream ends, I'm basically getting ready for an orchestra rehearsal tonight. And I'm like, so, and then I have to pack, and then we just drive like 12 hours tomorrow. So I figured like, you know what, fuck it. We're gonna do it. You guys go on vacay. It's more like visiting family for 3 days. Do you guys consider visiting family vacation? Because I guess that's another stipulation. Is this like a vacation from stream? Not particularly. Visiting family is fun and the holidays are fun. But yeah, I guess you're right. I would not call this a vacation. Alex and I have not been on a proper vacation in probably years. Years. We should do that for ourselves. After we're done renovating the house, that's where all the money is currently going to. So yeah. Yeah. Look, I know you already picked Peak. I'm not saying that was the wrong choice, but you know what other game is chill? Lake. I did think about Lake Disney. The thing is, I don't think I'd be able to take it in the way I would want to. And Peak is actually a game I'm good at, as in I can just sit here and yap with you all and like not pay attention and like climb up the mountain. You know what I mean? It was either going to be this or body doubling. And I was just going to sit here and like kind of catch up on some stuff. I actually got my French horn out and I was maybe going to do some practicing. I support Lake. I also didn't want to play Lake and then play it, not finish it, and then wait a whole week before playing it again. I think I'd like to do that whenever I get back so I can go a little harder on it. That's kind of the idea. That's the idea. But yeah, I really just wanted to do more yapping, and Peak is good for that. Hey, I get it. I'm also an artist, but haven't drawn in 3 years due to my past relationship ending, and it messed with my confidence. So now I'm venturing to crafts. Annabelle, that's so great. I've also had an interested relationship with art on and off. Particularly, it comes with I worked on a Netflix production and then like a Leica production and some freelance. But after that stuff dried up, and Hollywood being in the state that it's in right now, yeah, it's been very slow, and not getting jobs after getting my first jobs kind of made me think, oh shit, am I really cut out for this? Like, am I, just the slew of insecurities, and am I going to be able to make it kind of questions that I'm sure every artist of every caliber gets. And I'm still going to do art. Like, I actually started streaming by doing art. And then I kind of transitioned into games, and I don't know, we're kind of just doing this for now. I still do art a bit, but more just for myself. And then eventually I would like to do it professionally again, but again, I'm rambling because my brain is scrambled from yesterday. But all this to say, I hope you're finding your confidence again with crafting. I completely understand like what it means to kind of take a step back from that, and it can feel weird going back to it, or like, I don't know, almost embarrassing sometimes. I got like an embarrassed, like shameful kind of like, oh, am I not a real artist? Or like, if I don't do art all the time, am I serious about it? And like, I don't know, I'm glad. I hope you're finding your confidence again. And I'm sorry, like a past relationship kind of messed with you on that. I got stuff done, so I count it as a win. You're honestly feeling pretty all right. Well, hell yeah, Pluranka, let's go. Do you have art from 3 years ago? Oh yeah, that's true. Annabelle, I don't know if you saw this in the Discord, but because I'm like very art centric, and I did start streaming with art in our Discord, there is a whole like art section in there. So if you ever want to post stuff new or old, or even some crafty stuff, like there's a ton of channels for that if you want to share. Also, if you don't, like, I've been keeping a lot of my art to myself lately. I totally get that. Like, if you need your space, do it. A 2-hour appointment? I don't know. How are you going? Yeah. I don't know how you are going. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm very tired. But it was good. My new doctor slaps. Sorry that happened. I'm happy to hear you getting back into creative stuff again. Yeah. It's on IG, same name on here. Let's go. Do you guys do that immense drive because flying with Percy would be too stressful? Oh yeah, almost impossible to fly with Percy. I don't think he would do well on a plane, and for my own personal reasons, I refuse to put my puppy in cargo. I just can't. And then I don't think he would do well in the cabin. Or do you just like the drive? I like a drive. I drive out east for 12 hours once a year, but I feel like you guys do it much more often than that. Yes. If the drive were once a year, a small road trip would be fine. even a road trip would be fun if it were like, oh, we can take 2 weeks and like we're taking a camper. So we have like a little bit more luxury, you know, or maybe we're stopping at like cool campgrounds or like, yeah, we're going to go see this waterfall on the way down and stop at this cool historic city. You know, doing like a road trip like that is something Alex and I actually dream of. It's why one of our goals is to get a camper. It's why we got the Subaru instead of our little Honda Civic and stuff. So we do want to do that, albeit obviously with money, we have to do that in very slow steps. But yeah, it's mostly Percy, and we're a little uncomfortable like boarding him. Alex and I have both had dogs growing up, and whenever a dog was boarded, from our experience, and I'm glad not everyone has this experience, whenever a dog is boarded, they come back and they're fucking sick or they have stomach problems. Alex's schnauzer, Watson, that we babysit sometimes, Watson once was boarded for like a week and a half vacation his parents went on, and then he came back. That was when his like permanent stomach problems started. And I just can't, I don't know. I guess I like, out of the two evils of like, do I want to risk that with Percy or just do the drive? We'll just do the drive. Alex and I switch off. We both love to read. We listen to podcasts, like, you know, whatever. If it was easy to get like a dog airplane taxi service, yeah, I would do that. 100%. Of course I would. That's why the plan is now, if we can get a camper, also the camper plan. Here's the thing with the camper plan. Because he and I are both so reliant on our computers for our jobs, even for what we do. The idea with the camper is that we would have a PC set up within the camper so that if we wanted to go for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time and travel around the US, we can just do that. And then we'd have the PC for whenever Alex needs to work for his job or he has his laptop. He and I could both stream from said PC. It would just be great. It would be great. And that is the long-term goal. So we can do that. Never in my life have I ever gone on a proper vacation. Yeah, I think I did when I was a kid pretty often. As an adult with Alex, we've been on two without family. We go on vacation anytime we go. It tends to be with friends or family. And those are also very fun. The vacations with friends we've done a couple times, and that's been fun too. But we've only been on 2 vacations, just he and I. And yeah, we got to do better with that. We work too much. For me, a little of both. We don't want Percy to have to fly and don't have anyone here to watch him. Yeah, that's true. If we had someone to actually dog sit that we knew, that would be different. I enjoy driving the Subaru. Hell yeah. The music is so relaxing, I might sleep. Maybe that means you need it. Maybe take a little nap. Take a little Monday snoozer. It's probably good for you. I have hands free now. Happy Monday, friends. Hi, Echo. I'm sorry, I'm behind on chat perpetually. I do love the drive, so I get this, but driving long distances with a dog also stressed me out. She sometimes gets carsick, anxious, the semi-frequent stops for pees. I think we've done this drive with Percy since he was, I think the first time he drove, because we lived in Florida, but we vacationed in North Carolina. He did that drive when he was 4 months old, and we had to stop a lot. But the older he's gotten, you know, he's like prime adulthood. So he's got a healthy, functioning bladder. And he is very used to the drive, so he's pretty good at traveling now. Thank God. Yeah, Echo, how did the vet go? True. Were you handcuffed? I also don't think I could ever fly with a pet. If that ever becomes a necessity for me, I'd be a bundle of nerves the entire time until I saw them alive at the other end. I saw this thing where, like, did you guys see last couple years ago, I think, maybe? PewDiePie of internet fame from the early aughts. PewDiePie moved to Japan from where he lived in Sweden, I think, right? So, wait, no, he lived in the UK for a while. So he moved from the UK to Japan. And probably one of the things I was most curious about with that move, I don't keep up with him a ton, but I was kind of interested in this because this is when Alex and I were thinking about moving and just kind of like, let's just see what this is like. And he did talk about in one of those vlogs how it was like him and his wife, and then they had a couple dogs and maybe a cat, but definitely a couple dogs. And they were elderly, like one had a lot of kind of like medical ailments, just like needed extra help, extra medicine, and they really were like cabin's not an option. And he I'm glad he owned up to this because he was very honest and he was like, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. He goes, I'm not going to lie. We all know that I have a lot of money here. And he was like, I was worried about my dogs. So I did rent a private jet just for the one ride. Like, he was like, I've never done the private jet thing before because I feel like it's kind of bullshit. But he was like, the private jet allowed me and my wife and my dogs and my pets. We all just got on the one small cabin and they flew us to Japan and that was it. And he was like, I'll say it. I used the money for that. And whenever I saw that, I was like, honestly, if I had the money, I think I would do the same. I think I would do the same. If it was a one-time international move, I think I might do that. Obviously, I don't have the fucking money for it. And he clearly does. But I felt for him. I felt for him where I felt like I would do that. Basically was giving Pup his post-vet pup cup. Cute. That was good. Stitches are out. Yay! I'm glad that's all going well. I'll post when I start making stuff. I'm learning different stitches for crocheting. Oh, hell yeah, Annabelle. I crochet too. I think I remember you mentioning that. Crochet's fun, man. You love a good road trip, but our cars aren't really up for it anymore. We've been renting cars on Turo? I don't even know what that is. Turo for interstate stuff, and it works all right. But a camper sounds amazing. Dude, I dream. For the longest time, I dreamt of a van. I dreamt of a van. And I don't want to do van life. I like having a house. And I like owning things. I like having things of my own. So van life is out. But it would be cool to do van life for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? Take Percy, drive to some national parks, come back, do it again in like 3 or 4 months, you know? That's the dream. Alex is not on the van plan. He's not on the van plan, which I get, and here's why. Because once you park somewhere and you find a good camping spot, let's say you want to stay there for a couple days, if you want to go and like buy food or go into town or just go somewhere else in the area, you have to take the whole fucking van with you. To that, I said, you're right. And that's why we got the Subaru. So now my plan is to get some kind of like small sized or teardrop camper or something. And I want to gut it and make it beautiful. I want to make it the most gorgeous camper you've ever fucking seen. And theoretically, we should be good at that after we're done renovating the house, right? We learn everything in the house. We apply what we know to the camper. There was a Danish streamer who streamed New World, now does MMOs in general. He streamed out of his camper for a year. It had a door near his setup, and he'd leave it open, and you'd see some cool scenery. That's like, Phil, that's the fucking dream for me. I don't know if I've ever said these plans out loud on stream, but like this has been my internal plan for like the last 2 years. Like since streaming, basically. Been like, what if we do the thing where I can stream from a camper sometimes? That'd be sick, right? I think we could do it. God, that sounds so good. Are you going to play Peak with Twitch integration stuff? I don't think so. Not with the crowd control today. We will do crowd control again, but I think I'm gonna let you guys kind of like gain some more channel points. I don't want you guys to like burn them all. Unless you guys have enough, in which case, like, yeah, I could do it sooner. I have a bucket list item of to do solo road trip from New York City to LA or anything cross USA that works. I don't want to be in the US right now. Fair? Would probably rent a vehicle for it, but yeah, I think that'd be so much fun. I really want to do something like that and visit all of the national parks. Because even like, I've been to a lot of the state parks near where I live or in Florida. Even just some state parks are like fucking gorgeous. And I really would love to be able to say I've been to all of the national parks. That would be sick. It would even be cool to, the last time Alex and I were in like the Seattle area, we were like, how cool would it be to just drive up to Canada and like spend a couple days in Vancouver or something? I've always heard British Columbia is really pretty. So yeah, if we had the means to do that, not if we had the means, when we have the means to do it, we're gonna do it. Just, you know, baby steps. Aerith is here. Hi, Aerith. How are you doing? Welcome in. And I see Sigma's here too. Hello, Sigma. Hello, Alyssa. I lived on a ship for like 5 days in like a cruise trip. It was cool. I imagine the van thing could be similar. So wait. Did you do that recently? Because the way you came in chat said, hello, I just lived on a boat for 5 days. I kind of gave that 5. Okay, was that recent? 2, was it actually like a cruise, or are you saying like it was a small boat and that was where you lived for like the week? I had a family friend live on a boat. And I mean the legit, like, it's like van life, but it's like, I'm sure you guys have heard of people do it. It's like sailboat life. You know, when people like live on a boat and it's just like a little sailboat and they live in the, I don't know what you call it, the hull, the bit underneath. But it was sick. I don't think I could do the boat thing though. I'm not an ocean girl. That's why I left Florida. My parents have a camper and tow a car with them so they can go explore, living their best retiree life. See, okay, that's awesome too. My grandparents do that. My grandparents have a big RV, and it's because my grandparents aren't really used to traveling a ton. And so like I think they still want some of the luxuries of home. So like I get the RV situation, or like they have like one of the massive ones. And with that, they tow their car with them. I don't know if I would want, like, can the Sprinter vans do that? Because I wouldn't want anything too big, you know? I just want to be little. I just need a bed. Alex and I have also talked about just doing, while we just have the Subaru and we don't have a camper, we have also talked about just like, have you guys heard of like truck camping? Which truck camping has been a thing for like fucking decades. But I feel like it's a really popular thing you hear about now, the way van life was a thing in like 2019, 2020. So we would kind of do something like that with our Subaru, because it is big enough in the back where we could just set like a mattress. We could have a mattress, and then like on the top they have like special racks where they even have racks where you set at the top of the car where like that's where the bed is, right? And then we could have like supplies in the trunk or vice versa. But I have thought about doing like a truck camping type of thing with him. It's basically winter now though. It's probably too late, but yeah, truck camping would be cool. I'm not even back at 20K for that. Yeah, okay, I figured we gotta give it some time. We gotta give it some time for the crowd control. There's a music streamer who lives in and streams from a converted school bus while she travels around. I've joked with Alex about the schoolie situation. I have, to the point where every time we see a school bus for sale, he shows it to me. And I look at him and I go, why are you tempting me with this? Why are you doing this? Because I think if he wasn't on board with van life, I really don't think he'd like the schoolie shit. Which, like, fair. I get it. I understand his qualms, and this is what marriage is about. We'll meet in the middle. It's fine. He's not telling me I can't stream from a national park. You know what I'm saying? It's just he's got some reservations, and I get it. It's the same with when we moved, and I was like, what if we moved to Minnesota? And he was like, Alyssa, you've never seen snow, and you wanna deal with Minnesota in February? And I was like, yeah, we could do it. Sure. It's good, really. He holds me back. That sounds bad. He tempers my expectations so I don't go in over my head. That's the better way to say it. That's what I meant. Alex, I love you. I often get a TikToker on my feed living in a camper van who talks about how often she gets kicked out of parking lots she's trying to sleep in for nights. Yep, I've heard that. The reality of it would stress me out. And if I were to do the camper van thing, I'd at least hit up campgrounds at night. I think that's what we would do. And we are very interested in camping. That's something, Alex grew up camping all the fucking time. I did a little bit, but it was like Florida camping, which I feel like is different than the national park and mountain camping that I'm kind of thinking of. You know what I mean? The Florida camping is like, we go beachside, there's an inlet and a very flat open campground. And I know a lot of campgrounds are like that everywhere, but I'm wanting to go to like, you find an area in the woods. It's by a river and you go out there. Build your fire. I also want to drive across Canada, but Canada is 99% open air. Is it really? Is it flat further north? Or is it like America where the western half is, because the Rockies, right? I feel like the western half is super mountainous, no? Beautiful, gorgeous country with 10 plus hours of nothing between every town. I don't think I've ever really thought about Canada's main like ecology. I do know it's flat. I know it's super icy. Like, what do they call them? Like taigas when you go further north. But yeah, I don't know. I pictured you guys having mountains. It was this January. It was a big cruise. That's cool. I've been on a cruise once and I did like it. Albeit I felt like a bit of an animal being shepherded around. But being on the water was fun. My brain just automatically imagines Ben 10 when RVs are mentioned. Their RV is kind of like that, though. A little bit. I follow a former coworker on IG who, when she got laid off, she sold her house and became a full-time truck camper with a top rack tent and all. Okay, wait, question. Is this like her new income? Because you say you follow her on IG. Has she turned her Instagram into like, this is what I do now. I'm truck camping. You know, this is my lifestyle. Just curious. Oh, by open air, I meant no towns. Got it. But Saskatchewan and parts of Manitoba and Alberta are flat prairie. Jack, I always hear Alberta being the butt of the joke in Canada. I'm sorry if any Albertans are here. Is that true? Lots of mountains in Alberta and BC and the territories. Gotcha. Okay, it is. It is the butt of the joke. But I've heard it's the cheapest to live, yeah? It's interesting. You're telling me it's we call Alberta the Texas of Canada. Okay, I understand. But it's got all the pretty mountains? That's crazy, dude. I'm very thankful that a lot of Appalachia here is cheap. It's the cheap part of the US, which I don't know why, because it's fucking gorgeous. I feel like that's changing now, though, because more and more people want to live where it's pretty and nice. That's why you got like Asheville fucking blowing up and all these other small mountain towns are becoming what they are. But that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It does have good cost of living, but human rights issues are getting rough there. Oh. What the? Disney offended. Disney, you know what we think. I said what I said. Oh man, that's fantastic. All right, gang, how do we feel about Cheeky Peek? Cheeky Peek. Do I have anything else I need to say? I need to put the reminder in the Discord about me not streaming the rest of the week. I will be back next Monday, a week from today, essentially. Hobbitsgiving is over. Oh, also in about a week is the book club discussion. I am going to post something in the Discord about doing a book club discussion right before stream in Discord, like on the stage, so we can talk about it. You'll see. But just so you know, that's in like a week. And Marbles is in a week and a half. I'll get to name the bot. It's the best time of year. Take that, Jack is gonna die. Okay, wait, where's the music? Turn it off. Time for peak. Gang, you want to know what else was a miracle from Hobbitsgiving yesterday? Because I ate so much food, right? But I also think I walked enough and ate small enough portions that I was hungry at the end of the day. Like, so we stopped around 8:30 was when the last movie finished. And it was like 10 p.m. and I was like, I kind of want more food. And the whole day, did you guys ever go to a party and you snack a lot, like on the chips, or they have like a bunch of sweets out? Like I'm always at a party, I'm munching on sweets when people bring in all like the cookies and the potluck and shit. I always munch on chips and dips, and cookies. I'm a bitch for cookies at a party. And I find myself, I always go back and just grab a couple, and I eat them so much that by the end of whatever party, I'm like bloated, but it's like a sugar bloated. Do you know what I'm talking about? I felt like on top of the fucking world yesterday. My body felt ready for anything. If you told me to go like run a 5K, I could have been like, yeah, I could do this. Which was wild to me and really just tells me I'm not active enough. It really just tells me, I don't know. I need to go get more steps in. I need to get more steps. It's bad. We'll be back down to one Jack the way God intended. Jack, you can't scare away the other Jacks, man. Unless third Jack reappears. I don't know. I'd be surprised if he reappears. We'll see. It's hard for people to come in stream and then like return. I feel like it's always a bit of a miracle on my end, really, about retention. I'm the same way. Yeah. I ended up having 2 slices of pizza last night. Yes, I was like hungry and I was like, I feel like I shouldn't, but what? I want to eat something. Yeah, I think I ended up having like another biscuit and like a salad or something. The salad made me feel less guilty about it. You guys want to see what cool new thing I got? Hold on, where is it? Look at this. Isn't it cute? I like the freckles though. This is my guy. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that was still hungry after that though. I was definitely like, is something wrong with me? Heck yeah, brother. Okay, let's see what accolades I need. I'm really close to 100%ing this. Resurrect 3 scouts. I can't do that. Escape under an hour? That's not fucking happening. Not this stream. Speaking of, I also have to switch this to peak. Alright, there we go. The word of the day is keenly. I do know what keenly means. How do I use it in a sentence? Cure yourself from a zombie bite. Offer the kill and a worthy sacrifice. Have a lot of cactuses stuck. So these rely on the biome. I need roots. This I would need mesa. This one I could try to get. It eludes me. Unconscious friend. I'm playing alone. Eat 3 dogs. Resurrect a friend. Cook and eat a mandrake. So basically, I have to hope roots. I have to hope for roots or mesa. And if not, I'm fucked. If not, I'm fucked. Yeah, or maybe the dogs. That one would be hard. That one would be tough. I must be tired. I'm having a hard time understanding the question of the day. Oh god, what is it? What activity do you do where your mind wanders in thoughts the most? My mind wanders in thoughts the most. Honestly, if I'm not in the right headspace for it, my answer is when I'm talking to Rick. If I'm not in the right headspace for it, as much as I love reading, that'll happen when I'm reading. You guys ever pick up a book and you read the same sentence over and over again? And you, or like you get through a page and you're like, I can tell it's not soaking in the way it should. Whereas other times I pick up a book and I can tell I'm keenly locked in. I got a twofer. I am keenly locked in sometimes. But no, in all seriousness. Yeah, I think it's reading for me. Because other things, for instance, like art, anytime I'm drawing, and this includes crafting too, if I'm drawing or crocheting, I'm locked the fuck in immediately. It doesn't matter what else is going on around me, if it's noisy, if it's quiet. I can enter like a pretty instant flow state when I'm drawing or crafting. I don't know why that is. Oh, when I'm trying to sleep. That's a good answer. Do you get like the bad thoughts, the nervous thoughts? Hold up, let me just make sure I didn't miss anything. I wish I could wrap my head around the balance of good calories versus exercise versus appetite. I've had that experience too, Alyssa, where I eat a ton and I'm still hungry, and sometimes I eat not much and feel nauseous, like I ate too much. I went out to breakfast recently and wolfed down 2 big pancakes, full egg, bacon, home fries meal like it was nothing. I feel like some of that just has to do with like, I mean, they're not kidding whenever they're like, oh, it's calories in versus calories out. Because it probably does have to do with how active you are. You know, because, I mean, among other things, I'm greatly simplifying, obviously, also individual body types and conditions, dysfunctions, whatever is going on in a body. But, definitely whenever I run or exercise more or I'm hiking, I can eat a lot more. Just like filling up the gas tank in a car. And even though, you know what I bet it is? Now that I'm just, sorry, I'm just kind of like riffing because we're chatting. You know what I bet it is too? I bet it's like, I feel active on a day like today, but I think it's because I'm mentally active. So like, I got up early, I went to the doctor's, which is a stressful experience. I didn't know what to expect. It was a new doctor. It was also one of the lovely women's checkups where you gotta strip down and do all that fun shit. So you know, it's not like the most easy or pleasant experience. But so like, that's a bit mentally taxing. And then streaming, not physically hard. I'm sitting on my ass, not getting any kind of physical exercise. But like, again, it's kind of like what I was saying with teaching. I am chatting with you guys. There's a lot mentally I'm keeping up with. Later, I have an orchestra rehearsal. I'm sitting on my ass, but playing music also requires quite a lot of brain power. This is cool. So I don't know. I wonder if days like today I feel tired, but I'm not actually burning calories the way I would if I'm like hiking or something. Anyways, sorry, let me catch up. Which AI chat? Oh, you roleplay with AI chat. It's when your thoughts wander. Interesting. Honestly, while I work, I feel that. I've had work days like that. I stopped reading like 4 years ago because of this. I couldn't stop it from happening. I just started reading again like a month ago. What did you start reading, Jack? Sometimes for me, it also depends on the kind of book I'm reading. I'm curious if you like found a genre or an author you liked. I'm trying to sleep. I'm so bored working, I might as well be staring at a wall. Fuck, Phil. I used the same one. Awesome. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's neat. People still design it. Exercise versus appetite is hella complicated. Yeah, Rick, I'm definitely... I recognize when I say it's, you know, calories in versus calorie out. I know that is so incredibly simplified. And the super simplified analogy is like a car, right? If food is the same as like putting gas in a car, you know, and you're going on the 12-hour road trip to Florida, then you're gonna be like, wow, I spent a lot on gas today. My car really went through a lot of gas. But then I guess you could also say, like with cars, you know, there's the weight of the car, the frame, the kind of engine it has, how much weight is the car carrying. So maybe the car thing is actually kind of a good example. And then you just imagine those small varieties in cars are like super duper exacerbated by the human body. Even depends on what kind of roads you're driving on. You driving on hills? What's going on? Disney's lurking. Thank you, Disney, for the lurk. Okay, wait. Sometimes they are, but also... Oh, wait. That's about the character stuff. Wait, orchestra. That sounds so cool. Yeah! Sigma, I used to play... I don't know if you know. I used to play professionally in some orchestras. I was like a freelance horn player. I subbed in a lot of places. I hadn't quite won my own position yet. But I subbed, which meant anytime someone couldn't go to concerts, I was the one they called in to play for them, which happens more often than you think. But yeah, so I played for some orchestras across the Southeast, and I don't do music professionally anymore. When I did art professionally, that was when I was like, I'm making the change. But I play in a community orchestra now, just to like, I don't know, make music in a less stressful environment, and it is delightful. It's delightful to be able to make music and not be stressed about it. Sometimes I do wish it was a little bit of a higher caliber, but that's okay. It is the trade-off for no stress, and I take it. I take it. I don't want to be stressed out. I think I'm gonna lurk today. The anxiety is so strong, I'm gonna lay down and try to read. Oh, Disney, yeah, no problem. I totally get it. Listen, guys, Disney... Fuck, I forgot to make her a medal. Guys, Disney does not like Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit at all. And she was there for all 3 Hobbit films yesterday. Disney, I don't know if you can hear this, but you at least get a round of applause, because that's huge. That's huge. She was there for all of it. GG, Disney. Wait. I don't think the mental workout good active streaming brings can be overstated. Yes, Jack, I agree. That's why I say no one understands streamer brain. Like, sometimes I make a mistake, I get called dumb or stupid or something, like whatever, but I'm not. Streaming is difficult. I read And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, a fucking classic. I'd actually never read a Christie novel before. My girlfriend loaned me this one like 2 years ago. Now I'm reading my foundational texts, the YA novels I read as a 12-year-old, and other favorites. Hell yeah. I've been wanting to slowly get through, just a slow ramp up back to reading. I feel that. I've been slowly wanting to read foundational texts, because I've said many a times on here, I did not really read much as a kid, or even in high school for that matter. I really kind of did the bare minimum of reading assignments when I was in school. But now I love reading all kinds of genres. Like fantasy and sci-fi are my favorites, but I really want to go back and read some of the literary classics too, because honestly, literary fiction also really intrigues me. They tend to deal with dark themes that I don't know why. I think they're intriguing. Hence, we read Tender as the Flesh in the book club. So if you know, you know. But yeah, like I just read 1984 this summer. Oh, Piton! That's so fucking good, dude. That's so good. Yeah, I just read 1984 this last summer though, and that was I don't want to say a delight, because did it scare me a bit? Yeah. But do I feel like a more knowledgeable person now? Like, absolutely I do. You know what I mean? I feel smarter. Oh, that's close. Drink! You're right. Hold on, let me step on a smart, safe spot. There we go. Thank you, Rick. I need that. My medal! Disney, I'm sorry. It's an auditory medal, but you get one. GG. I feel like you've done so many side quests in life. Honestly, Sigma, I kind of feel that way too. I do. I feel like I feel like I've both accomplished a lot and accomplished nothing at 30 years old. Do you know what I mean? Which is like really weird to say out loud, because I don't think I ever have. I've thought this a lot, but I've never actually said it. Because it was like, you know what it is? It's because I dedicate myself whole hog to a lot of shit. I really, like, when I want something and I finally decide to go for it, if I need to put in all of my time, I will do it. And I did that with music. Like, I started playing my instrument late. I started playing at age, like, 17, and then got into college for it at 18, which is considered abnormal for those that don't know, like, the musical stuff. Most of the time you start in, like, middle school age. Or certainly not at 17 years old. So, like, that was something, I did that. Would I say I was successful at it, like, to an extent? But the end goal was, like, I'm gonna be a professional in, like, the top orchestras. Which, like, I'm not playing with, like, the fucking New York Phil. But I also realized that I don't think that was necessarily the lifestyle I wanted. So, I switched it up. And that took a shitload of courage at first. That was probably one of the hardest things I had done in my life, was to, like, it felt like almost, what am I doing? What am I doing? It did feel like that, but also, am I gonna make it okay? It felt like my first true, like, failure in life after being, like, a straight A student. And, like, my brain It took a lot to convince my brain, like, Alyssa, it's not that you're failing. I could keep doing this and I could keep going for those orchestra positions, but do you really want this? You know, is this the life you actually want? And I was like, well, no. So I had to like really teach myself, like, then you're not like failing. You're changing the kind of life you're gonna have and the kind of life you want. So then fast forward, I decided to do art and I dedicate myself fucking whole hog again, spend every waking moment working on that like I did with music. And that also paid off. Like, my first fucking job was at Netflix, and it was less than a year of working on my portfolio, which you do not understand, say you generally, how fucking weird that is. Like, anytime I told people that at Netflix, they were like, what do you mean you haven't gone through, like, 100 reject letters yet? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I got extremely lucky, and I do think luck is something I've had a lot of my life. Whole hog, yes. I do go whole hog, Alex. You know this. Alex has known this about me since high school. I think he knows I tend to go all in. And thank God, because he realized that when he married me, that he's the one that has to make sure I sometimes eat and, like, take care of myself. And I'm not being stupid. As Disney says, if I were a Sims character, I let my bars go to the red all the time, and Alex is the one who's making sure my bars aren't in the red. And unfortunately now, I did like doing art, but now that production jobs are kind of slow, and frankly also, again with the lifestyle change, I'm finding myself really enjoying streaming and content creation. So now I'm just kind of like, here. I'm rambling a lot, sorry. I see I'm getting in that flow state I'm talking about. I feel you, Disney. Sticking it out for 3 Hobbits is huge. Hi, Rosie. Hello. But yeah, I don't know. So now it's just like a weird kind of like, I want to keep doing art. I don't know if that's going to look like production jobs 24/7 because that was really tough. And frankly, creatives can be exploited sometimes, you know, work beyond hours or do things that, you know, maybe they're not paid to do. It's just a very tough industry. Not that I never want to do it, but that I don't know if I want to do it 24/7. And content creation has been really fucking fun. I really, really like this. Okay, hold on. I'm surprised he stuck around for all the movies. My favorite author as a kid was Tamora Pierce. That's my best friend's favorite childhood author. Who wrote typically, yeah, female-led YA fantasies. She likes the one, I don't know the name of it. There's a cat that's named Sir Pounce. Sir Pounce is like one of her favorite things. By the way, you don't have a stretch or posture check. I appreciate the dedication of making sure your posture stays poor throughout stream. Okay, I was leaning then, but I feel like it's not bad. I feel like it's not bad, is it? Oh, shit. I feel this. My mate had to switch college degrees because he was unhappy with his old one. It is tough, but it is much better than making yourself miserable. Yes, that's the thing is, like, it's so easy to stick with something because it's what you know. I completely agree with that. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I really, like, when I went through that phase, I would say that is kind of when I started, like, my witchcraft practice and stuff. For those that, you know, I am, like, a death practitioner, which really just means change. And I really embrace that now. I think it's why deciding to kind of leave art on the back burner for now and, like, oh, let's do content creation. Like, I think that kind of, like, life change would make a lot of people nervous. But I had, like, already done that from leaving music to go to art. And so it's like, okay, yeah, let's just do this now. And I think I'm a little more, adept than a lot of people at making changes. Because I think change doesn't scare me as much as it does the average person now. Because I recognize the rodeo is good for me. I'm only gonna get better. I'm only gonna become a better person coming out the other side of it. So I just, like, you know, buckle up and get ready for it. Being lucky is one of the most valuable skills in life. I do feel like I am a lucky person. I'm gonna say, I will admit. Do I work hard? Absolutely. Do I also like, for me to have done what I've done with music and art so far, I feel like I don't want to downplay it because like both of those take hard work. And do I want another first aid kit? I don't think I do. I think both of those take hard work and there's a level of attrition, right? So like with music, you'll hear this in classical musicians all the time. It's like you just keep auditioning because eventually you get where you want to go. And if you're practicing correctly and stuff. But like honestly, art is kind of the same thing too. Like you just keep up the work, you keep up your skills. You will eventually find a project that's a good fit for you, or someone gives you your chance that you need. And like content creation's that way too. So at this point, I'm 2 for 3. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we got something really special here, even just already. I love hanging out with you guys. This corner of the internet makes me fucking happy, and I've already feel like I've hit the lottery. I'm being serious. You guys are great. I don't want to get too sappy though. We can't get sappy on a Monday. Come on. Why did I jump on here? Oh my god. Why did I do that? Okay. We're not gonna get sappy. We're not now. Not now. We'll die. We'll die if we get sappy. Okay, so we can get... Oh shit. We can get an achievement if I get bit by a zombie. But I'm really scared. That means I might not finish this round. Which maybe we just go ahead and like do that, you know? Maybe we just find a zombo. Oh god. Oh, yes. Yes, let's get on this guy. Do we see any pinks? I think I see some pink over there. Let's do that. Whee! Okay, hold on. I appreciate being here. Hell yeah. Sometimes you gotta eat the loss for the achievement. Yeah, better to get it over with, pull off the band-aid. I think so too. We can always do another round. Ooh, this is good. This is good. Can I do that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, I think we just go find a zombie and just get it done with. Let's do that. Alyssa with the bars. I love deep discussions. It's what I live for. So just a... Wait, yeah, just okay. Streaming viewership is trickling up brick by brick, baby. I do notice that. And you know what else is cool about it? I still feel like I can, like, have meaningful conversation with you guys. That's the best fucking part. Because honestly, I have done YouTube before. I know many of you know that. I feel like I say the same shit over and over again sometimes, but I never know who hears what, or like, you know, to what extent I'm talking about my experiences. Oh fuck, hold on. and yeah, so sometimes I just need to give like quick backstory, right? Whenever I did music before I went to grad school to keep up with some playing ability, I had a YouTube channel for some of my French horn stuff and like practice my music theory. I made my own arrangements and whatever. There's a spitter. So how am I gonna get up there? So I had done YouTube before, and I still really like YouTube. Like I want to do more of it in this capacity as well. But Twitch is so fucking special because there were people on YouTube. I did it for about a year. And there were people that would comment on every video, or even a couple people that reached out through like email or messaging, and I would recognize them, and I was always so thankful. But there's only so much you can know about a person through a single YouTube comment. So I would always like appreciate them, and I saw their profile picture and I like knew who they were. But I'm over here like having like real talk with you guys about like, you know, your lives, your pets, your partners, your jobs. And I feel like I just know more about you guys. Oh, especially if you're more active on chat. But even if you just lurk too, I really appreciate that. I don't know what to do, man. I'm in danger. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I like the... I'm just trying to say I like the connection. There you go. So Pounce was the Becca Cooper books, which I did not like. Oh, really? Pierce has a bit of a quality drop after a certain point. I think she's now semi-retired due to, like, a degenerative, yeah, damn. Well, that's sad. Appreciate you being, yeah. My midlife crisis change at 40, 50 will be becoming a writer. Honestly, Rick, probably me too. Me too, we'll be in the same boat. I do want to write at some point. I feel like writing is going to be a bucket list thing I do before I die. I don't know when, I don't know how. I have a plan to combine my writings and my art and make a dual published art book with an anthology of short stories for it. I don't know when, but at some point I'm sure it'll happen. Oh wait, I'm falling. I'm falling. How did I fall? I slipped. I'm reading chat. Okay, we'll just go in here. How do I find a zombie? Alright, this was stupid. I shouldn't have gone in here. Stupid. That was stupid. That was so stupid. That was so stupid. You can't crawl up here, right? Okay. If these 20-something booger noses are getting published after they just learned to read a decade before, I can hone my craft for a couple decades and put a few books out there. Rick, I do feel like generally you are very well spoken. I feel like you could probably hone your skills to write. I feel like you could do that. I'm so proud we taught you to pause the game, Alyssa. I wouldn't be here without you, Smooch. You specifically. Now I want to play Peak, but I suck. Do it! I have played this game for probably like 50 hours, so it does take practice. I see Rick saying, yes, am speak good. Certainly never too late. I'm semi-seriously getting back into writing. Yeah, Jack! I put out a lot of crap as a teenager, but that's the process. These days I feel significantly more mature in my writing. I'm still lacking the creative ideation reflex. And you know what's funny? You probably know this, but the creative ideation reflex is also a muscle like writing. There's actually exercises you can do to get better at that. If you're curious. I know if you a quick Google search will probably bring some up, but yeah, that's real. Artists have to do that too. When they do, there's like fundamental practice, and then there's like ideation practice, and that stuff is almost harder, in my opinion. To me, it is. Yeah, I wanted to not have the stress of this has to be my career to pay the bills. Yes, and I feel I can relax into enjoying the ride. I understand that. Casual output. Yep, I get it. Guys, my mouse died. And I'm too locked to work to grab batteries? The only thing I can do is chat because I'm clicked onto the box. Good, Phil. Keep chatting. Keep chatting. He's stuck here now, guys. Oh, those are so good. Oh, those are so good. Wait, give me that. Don't get me. Don't get me. Ah! They're kind of cute, though. Look at them. Hey, little bug eyes. Don't get me. Are there always zombies here? I don't need a piton. I should just use the cure-all, shouldn't I? Oh my god. Don't. Time to relearn all your keyboard shortcuts. True. To be fair, my personal PC is a huge distraction. It's props for the best. What do I want to get rid of? Probably this. If I need it... Well, because it's gone now. I was going to say I'll find it. I like pitons. Guys, where do we find a zombie? Are they normally in the pink? Do we know that? Do we know if zombies are normally in the pink? I don't actually know. I'm curious. This is already going to be a marketing thing, but it's way easier to get a book deal, etc. Yes, if you have an audience to pitch to. Rick, literally? No, that's a good point. And anything, whether you think I know it or not, please, like, any and all knowledge you want to throw my way. Please do. But that's something, actually, my EPs used to talk about at Netflix. They would say... So one of the friends I worked with was Kristen Garland, which you may recognize the name because she was an artist on She-Ra, the She-Ra DreamWorks series that came out in like 2000. Since then, she now actually art directs She's also worked on the Midnight Gospel. If any of you guys know the Midnight Gospel, Nico and the Sword of Light. She's worked on some really cool IPs. Now she's doing some art direction. She's awesome though. She got her start before animation. She did painting and coloring for comic books. And one of my EPs one day, we were just like shooting the shit in some like post meeting or something, and my EPs were like, oh, you know what you want to do if you want to pitch a show? You need to write a comic. And Kristen was telling me after, she was like, I understand where their advice is coming from, because they're saying write a comic so you have an audience from the comic that then the executives for TV will pick it up because you'll have an audience there. But Kristen was warning me. She was like, girl, I've worked in comics before. Comics are a shitload of work. You better like comics if you're ever going to do something like that. And then ironically, some of the comics people will tell you, like, write first. Like a novel, like prose, right? Not art related, but they're like, oh, have a book. Like, it's basically everybody dipping into each other's pot of like, yeah, we want to make sure you have an audience first. We want to make sure you have an audience before we take the risk on, like, regardless of the medium. They're like, yeah, this is what we want. And so, like, that makes sense. It does seem like people are only willing to take a fucking risk on you if it truly seems like a genius idea, maybe, or if you get lucky, right? We talk about luck. But yeah, it seems like you just need the number next to your name, and then they'll be like, yeah, okay, let's do it. To get a book deal, etc., if you have an audience to pitch to, building streaming and YouTube is also helpful for that. It would be, it would be cool. I'm scared to go into the pink, but I need to find a Zombo. Do we know how to find Zombos? Honestly, I'll Google it. They have to be here, right? I've considered writing prompt journals, and I know they'd be helpful, but they feel so dorky. You know, maybe if I ever find any writing ones, I'll send them in like the writing channel of the Discord. Wow, that is a lot of pink. Okay. Because I recently I'm doing some art on my own time now. I am like halfway through a character design class, which I'm by no means great at. But oh my god, some of the exercises I've learned from this class have been like revolutionary for me. And they're things I never would have thought about. They're things I'd never heard of, even though I've been around the art scene since like, what, 2019? Really? They were super eye-opening, and even just after a couple weeks, I noticed it's like my creative muscle in my brain can lift a lot more weights now, you know? Dude, I'm just gonna look up. Where do you find zombies? Where do we... Where zombies roots peak? Where zombies roots peak? Zombies spawn asleep, lying on the ground of the biome. Anywhere? Zombies are hostile NPC encountered roots. When playing on peak ascent or higher, there are no zombies on Tenderfoot. Playing on Tenderfoot. Alright, that's fine. It's fine. You know what that means? This means we go for the other one. We need to look for honeycombs. Fuck! I shouldn't have done this. What do I do? Fuck! God! In the pink? Okay, so we'll go in the pink next time. Right now, I need to look for tree trunks. Let's just jump. Get down. I'm disappointed. Okay, I'm learning how to write fiction. I'm trying to learn how to write fiction. Not blogs, and those writing prompt journals tend to be more bloggy. Oh, yeah. You know what might be good, too? Jack, I've heard every author... So, kind of near where I live, there's a book festival that happens. It's a festival for authors and books. I went this last year. It was fucking awesome. And all of the authors there, their number one advice for people who want to get into writing, either professionally or as an amateur or whatever, their suggestion was to join a writing group, which there are a lot of those online. They'll have Discord servers or whatnot for them. Oh God, please. Okay. Or you can find local ones. Like, I even know of some local ones where I live. I've thought about joining. I just don't really have, like, the time for it right now. And I'm trying to put more time on this stuff. But yeah, writers groups might be a great place to go because there will be other experienced authors that can tell you what they learned. Maybe sometimes from, like, school or degrees. You know? Help you with exercises and stuff. Isn't Doug on top of the Amazon book list with a book that just says Doug over and over again? He is! He is! I was there when he actually launched that book, and let me tell you, that was some grade A comedy. And whenever he reached best, like what was it, best-selling author, he changed all of his handles to say Doug, published, like, best-selling author. And by God, he did it. Not that I would do that, but that fits him. I think people really underestimate how important it is for characters to have unique personalities and voice. I'm writing and in art. In writing and in art, yeah. I think we've talked about this before. I've DNF'd books before because everyone talks the same way, yeah. No, that's very true. Do I want to go for this? Sure. That scared me. Guys, I might just die. Oh, wait, no, that's where I want to go. I was smart. Oh, fucking hell, dude. Okay. I saw where I wanted to go. I saw where I wanted to go. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Let's go ahead and just use this. Fuck it. Yep. There's something I've planned to do with writing, though it might be silly, to take various authors' writing styles, write a chapter of their story down verbatim, just to get the feel of what it's like to write with that prose. You know, actually, Rick, I don't know how exactly. I don't know how. Like, I don't know what the exercise pertains. But I do know in some universities, there's some kind of exercise that professors give to their writers, like their students. And the point is to write in the style of certain authors. No, I don't think that's silly, especially if you want to just kind of like get used to it and feel it out. That's where I want to go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have my nose. Oh, God. I want to get up there. So I need to go down this way. Maybe go up there? I bet that's something you could Google too, though. Like, how to learn to write in this other author's style. I have so many pitons. Cyclops ass face skin. I feel like I recently saw this as a legitimate form of learning. I know it is for vocabulary too, and honestly, like, vocabulary for sure is an important part of prose. I bet it would help too with like sentence structure and stuff. I could see it. Okay, don't blow me off, don't blow me off, don't blow me off. Here we go. Okay, it's blowing me off. It kind of worked out though. So if anyone is confused by what I'm doing, there's an achievement where I have to cook all this certain food. Oh my God, it was there the whole time. I have to cook all this certain food from each biome. One's a coconut, one's a honeycomb, a winterberry, I think. Fuck. A winterberry and an egg. And that's what I'm trying to do. Let Alyssa cook. It might have just been a tweet. This is a fake one! I need an empty tree stump. Y'all see another? Fuck. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Just end it. Just end it. End it here. Cook Cut the show. You know what? I might as well take that. Fine. I feel like verbatim writing a chapter of a book where the language is extremely of this era, like in Outsiders, would really help you get into the mind of how a writer can embody that kind of dialogue. Yeah. I would agree with that. I'm walking in circles! It's probably gonna be on the front half of this biome. And if I can't find it, I'm just gonna end it all right here. Okay. Okay. Well, hell. Oh, is that one? We haven't been to that one, right? Is that the one? Oh my god, I think that's the one. I think that's it. Chuck, Palahniuk? Palahniuk? I don't know how to say it. Oh, author of Fight Club, among tons of other books. Has a million stories of being in writing groups that can't handle his gritty style. Okay, that's true. But also, what if you find the kind of people that are very supportive and make wonderful friends, and then you all can network, and you open doors for each other? Or you help each other? Maybe that's one reason why it could be good to do it on the internet, because, like, kind of like this corner of the internet. I feel like people attract like people. You know what I mean? For the most part, maybe. Have I been in that one? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeet! Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Wow, that was really lucky. Yeah, I feel like for the most part, it'll be like, I don't know, you can go if you feel like you don't like the people, or maybe the people don't like you if you're picking up that vibe, then fuck them. Don't go back. Or like I said, there's a ton of online ones too. Okay. Okay, that was bad, that was bad, that was bad. Okay. I'm in a hole. Fuck them, yeah. You don't need them. You can be better than that. Nah, that's just me running off of spite. Does anybody else ever run off of spite here? Okay, that was lucky. I definitely feel like a lot of my musical days were fueled by spite, which probably isn't the best. Maybe why I didn't stick with it. That could have been it. I almost went to study creative writing at uni in the UK. Did you really, Rick? Honestly, kind of not surprising. Because you do have a lot of creative ideas in general. For books, films, I don't know, just like neat little creative experiments. Like, if anyone here knows what Unus Annus was, I feel like that's the kind of like creative experiment shit Rick could do, you know? That doesn't surprise me. And I think you'd be damn good at it. But there's also something to be said of like, you know, if you don't want to study that, if you feel like one day, yeah, you just want to write like for leisure. Oh no! Stop. Stop, stop. Where am I? Is there another way? Yeah, for music? No. Turns out you're just filled with so much spite until one day you die. I swear to God. Is that a tree stump? Please. Did I make it to the other side? I don't even know where I am anymore. I miss Unus Annus? I do too, man. I miss it for both of them. Like, both Mark and Ethan don't make stuff like Unus Annus anymore. The run's back on. The run's back on. The run's back on, boys. It's back. We have to get serious now. I can't die. I can't die. This is real now. Yeah, spite is like 95% of my fuel. I feel that. Less so now, but I had to work on that. 10 years ago, it absolutely was. I find myself having to generate spite and competition to keep pushing. Do you like that, though? Do you ever wish you could run not on spite? Because I gotta be real, I started doing that around my art career. And now with content creation, I'm just like trying to live my best life. And it feels really good. It feels really... Anytime I go too far into like the spite route or comparison, I compare myself to other people, other streamers too much, I just back the fuck off. And I feel better. It's great. I get poosty, but I don't think I'm spiteful. Poosty, it's like haughty a little bit. What the hell is Unis Honest? I'm being complimented in a way I don't understand at all. Unis Honest was this experiment of a YouTube channel. It's Markiplier, Mark, and Ethan Nestor, who was Crank Gameplays, not anymore. The two of them together are fantastic comedians. Like I said, I love Unis Honest more than I even love them separately. But yeah, what they did was Unis Honest, Unus Annus, it's supposed to be, is Latin for 1 year. And the idea was they started a channel, and exactly 1 year later, everything was going to be deleted. And the idea was, you know, the theme was 1 year, Unus Annus, Memento Mori. Like, remember that none of this... Fuck. Remember that none of this is guaranteed, or like you never know what turns life is going to take. You never know when your life's going to end, so make the most of it. So they posted, I would say, a pretty damn good video, like a relatively high production video. Fuck, I want that. Every single day for a year. None of this fuck. Yeah, they posted a video every single day, and every video was a fucking banger. I loved watching them so much. And they did the thing where even though they had relatively quickly over 1 million subs, so many people buying merch, like it was a huge success, and people loved the kind of content they made. But they were like, no, we committed, like, this is only for a year and we're deleting it. And the Mad Lads fucking did it. Exactly to the hour. 1 year later, they deleted the YouTube channel. And now Unus Honest lives on in clip compilations and people's memory. Or if you're like Alex and I, we still have our merch shirts. It's fucking incredible. But I feel like that kind of like... That was a big creative experiment, right? And it wasn't just about the videos. It was about like the meaning behind it and what the videos were about. And like, you know, oh, are they actually going to delete the channel a year later? That's the kind of shit you would do. Like, not... For like the creativity, the experiment of it. Like agitated is good too. Fortunately, you had to be there. I'm not just saying that. Yeah, because now all of it's gone. Alex, I think we're the only ones who ever use Poosty regularly. I say Poosty. Less now though. Wait, it's not a normal phrase. I get confused looks all the time from using it. Do you really? People don't know what Poosty means? Can I get a 1 in chat if you don't know what Poosty means? Spite worked for me when I was younger. Yes. I just got too chill for that. Rosie, I think I could still be angry, but I needed to chill the fuck out as I got older. If I didn't, I think my mental health would be significantly worse. I cannot type cohesive sentences today. That's okay. It's because of Hobbit's Giving. It's okay. I would say I'm learning to turn it off and on. Work, you damn right. I'm trying to be the best or else I'll be the worst. There's no in between for me because I get lazy. God, that's interesting. I used to have that fire and I have less of it now. Sometimes I miss it, but honestly, like I said, I feel like my mental health would have tanked. But like video games, I tend to push away overly competitive people. Okay. Try to play with people who are vibing. Got it. I respect them sticking to their guns, high integrity. Yeah, no, absolutely. A video a day is psycho shit, Jack, and it was like good content. It was like funny content. Like one of my favorites was them doing like an escape room. They did like, so a lot of it was based on like either death and like, oh, you got to experience this while you can kind of thing, or they would do I don't know, it was stupid shit. They would try to make it around that though. One of my favorites was well, maybe not one of my favorites, but one that I remember was like, you know, they're talking about crazy experiences. One was them getting pepper sprayed. So like the videos were not a joke. Like they went to one of those like cop academy places where they could go get that done safely. Yeah, they did all kinds of stupid shit, man. It was wild. Went to a rage room. That was fun. It was definitely not light. The military video with James Charles is still up since the guy they collabed with posted it on their channel. Oh, I did not know that. There you go. So there's one. That one was like of the series, that one's is alright. I remember Jared Dines, a metal guitar YouTuber, did a video a day for like 3 months. Poor dude never recovered. Does like a video a year now. I don't know how I used to keep up with YouTube the way I did, because I don't, even with my current YouTube stuff, as well as I used to. Granted, I think that's gonna change now because I know how to do it more sustainably. But I did a video a week, but that included arranging an entire ensemble worth of music. Oh, the bugs! They're back! An entire ensemble worth of music, practicing it, recording it, and then editing it together and posting. I did that within a 5-day span every week, and I did that for a year, and I don't know how. Stupid is what it was. Okay, we got a lot of ones in chat. Okay, I guess you guys are... Is that like a Florida thing? Maybe Poosty is like a southeastern American thing. But yeah, a video a day from a guitarist would be... That's a lot of work. I like when people say, have you guys heard of Vlogmas? Like Vlogmas is that thing people do where they post a vlog every day during the month of December. Or like between the 1st of December and like Christmas. Fuck that. Fuck that. I tried Inktober once as an artist, and that's when you do like an ink drawing for every day of October. And people say like, oh, but if you push yourself in challenges, like you learn so much and you get better. I don't think so. I think some people just get burnt the fuck out. I think, yeah, maybe they learn a lot, but it's nothing they could not have learned from just like practicing skills at a regular pace anyway. And then if you're like me, where you have to be the best at everything, you just feel bad that you're pumping out quick, kind of bad content because you're just trying to get it done for the numbers. And then you get burnt out, and then you feel like I was trash at it anyway, so I'll just never do it again. I don't know, every time I've tried one of those challenges, it backfires and it makes me feel worse, and I just don't... I don't think they're meant for everybody. That's how I feel about it. I've said my piece. You've got me well analyzed. I do love going, oh, you think there are rules? Rules? We're on a flying rock in eternal nothingness. Watch this. Yeah, I mean, but honestly, Rick, that's the vibe of Unus Annus. I would not be surprised if one day soon you come up with some idea like that and people are just like, oh, that's interesting. Let's do it. I feel like that's one of the things, honestly, I'm kind of like bad at. I'm not good at the inception. But I think you can see that in my streams where what I thrive on is probably like a vibe. I think I thrive on a vibe of like comfort and coziness. And that's my strength, and that's okay. That's okay! That's okay! No! Okay. and that's okay. Oh my god, I thought if I fell off the mountainside, I was gonna vomit. Okay. The pole dancing thing with Jack was hilarious. Yes, the pole dancing thing was good. There were so many good ones. Alex and I still go back and we watch clip compilations. Honestly, one of my favorite ones was the staring contest. Did you guys know? Sometimes, if you're in a staring contest for too long, your eyes will go cross-eyed and you can't, like, bring them back. And you don't know why. You're not trying to go cross-eyed. You'll just start doing that. Shit, girl, I have shit to do. I can't do Inktober. I know! Inktober. I tried to do Inktober when I was in, like, my peak, like, I'm gonna get my portfolio ready. I should be able to do this every morning. I'm like, I'll do this from, like, 9 to noon. I'll give myself 3 hours, even if it's just, like, an ink sketch or something, right? Because then in the afternoon, I'll work on my portfolio. Always busted. Always busted. It was shit. And I would feel bad if I didn't finish it. So now I don't know. I know for some people that stuff works great for them. And I'm glad. I'm happy for you. I wish I was that person. And that's okay. I've just accepted that I'm not. And we're all different. What was that? Oh. Inktober would be good for people who like me draw stick figures. But that's the thing. Okay, and that kind of goes back to my thing I was talking about earlier with, like, comparison. I'm not going to try that again. I'm going to be smart. It's even really common for me to do this with content creation. And it's common for people to do this with, like, all kinds of jobs, hobbies, goals, whatever you have. But I even have to be careful, like, popping onto other people's streams. Like, one reason I lurk on people's streams is because I will, like, straight up compare myself to even, like, streamer friends or other big streamers and see what they're doing. That's not gonna work. Can I just, like, Spider-Man my way somewhere? Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do this. Ready? Hell yeah. Alright. That was good. Now what? Maybe that was bad. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely, like, I compare myself too much. So if you ever see me on your streams and I'm talking or I'm lurking or pop in and I say hi, I'm doing okay mentally. If I'm ever, like, you know, you're thinking, like, oh, I haven't seen Alyssa in a while. It's because I'm either A, busy. Sometimes I'm just busy and I'm, like, caught up in my own work, which is very true this week. But sometimes I have had to take a step back because I will, like, you know, get into the headspace of, like, the fucking numbers and, like, oh, I'm not doing as well, or, like, oh, so many things, oh. And then sometimes there are even streamers that I like to watch that I'm like, oh, I don't feel like watching this right now because I don't want to think about, like, how mine can be better. And it was the same with art. I have 2 separate Instagram accounts so that I have one that's, like, hobby shit. It's like cosplay and sewing, it's cooking, and then I have an art Instagram account. And when I feel like looking at art, I can do that. But and like, it's a hard line because I want to support my art friends. So, like, I share their stuff, I like their stuff, I comment. But sometimes it's like looking at their stuff makes me feel bad. So it's like a hard line. I don't know how to describe it. And I know that's something a lot of creatives go through. It was that way with me with music. It's just, blah, blah, blah. Isaiah's here. Hello, Isaiah. Welcome. I don't want to slop out and do one daily. Yeah. Because also, if you just work on creating, like, garbage and don't focus on the techniques, you don't get better. It takes some extreme tenacity. I believe in my heart, though, that Barb got as big as he did on Twitch with consistency. I agree. I agree. It's one reason why I also want to be consistent. On daily early for long hours, dude is a machine. I don't think he's any better or worse than similar streamers, but the consistency can be so important. I mean, that's why Alex and I have him on all the time. You know, we wake up when he starts streaming, and it is really easy for us to turn on the TV and he is on in the background. It's easy. And he's also on, like, through our, like, afternoon coffee time. It's so easy. I'm deaf in ideas, man. That's why I feed you ideas on Discord. Because I have way more ideas than time, energy, or discipline to do them. I get it. I get it, dude. I'm that way with writing. I understand. I feel that, Rick? Yeah. Yeah, I had the same sort of experience with the national novel. Yes, NaNoWriMo! It is the same thing as that. I think NaNoWriMo, however you say it, is the same exact kind of beast as like your Inktober or your Vlogmas. I 100% agree. It became stressful. I suppose the deeper idea is to help people train just to do output rather than worrying it's perfect. Yes. I would say in art too, there's like, yeah, it can help you with the, it can help you with a sense of consistency, right? And schedule. Sure, I get that. But also with art, and speed can be important, especially if you're wanting to do it professionally. But also if you're not thinking about the techniques you're doing and you're just winging it and then you don't remember what you're doing day to day, it's like, it's not, I should get a piton. It's not gonna do anything for you. Too many ideas. Wait, too many ideas that, oh, like they need too much energy or like you don't have the energy. Get that. Did I? Oh no, am I stuck? Okay, okay, okay. Can I Spider-Man somewhere else? We could go to that mushy. Hold on. Alright, I don't see anything. I think I might just be fucked. I think I might be fucked. Let's get this out. Let's see. Oh! Hold on. Fuck. Here we go. Okay, here we go. No, no, don't fall. Don't fall. Don't you fucking dare. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Don't do this to me. Okay. Okay, well now what? I can climb to that rock. Oh my god, okay. Oh, they take far too much energy, I agree. If I see Disney lurking on Disney stream and not talking, I'm gonna do a mental health check-in. Disney is all, okay, to be fair, I do chat in Disney stream quite a lot, and when I'm not, she does stream during my nap time, or she streams whenever I'm like editing VODs or some shit. That is a common Disney stream time. But I will admit there are times whenever I do look at Disney streams and I'm like, I'm a piece of shit. What am I doing? Think I can get up there? Nope. And I think that's just a me thing. Honestly, Disney and I have such similar mental health struggles that maybe she feels the same way sometimes. I'm eating the dog. And I'm taking the piton. Maybe she feels like similarly sometimes. I would not take offense to anything like that because I think just like as a creative, as a fellow, like Disney and I have both talked about how like we're very, this was stupid. This was so stupid. What the fuck am I doing? This is stupid. This is dumb. This is dumb. No! Stop. Piton! No! Stop! Stop. Stop. Grab onto something. Anything. I heard my name. You talking shit? No. I'm talking about, do you ever compare yourself to other streamers or content creators? And I'm talking about how sometimes I have to take a step back, and I've had to do this in music and art, and I find myself doing it in content creation as well. Where, yeah, we died. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it on Ascent and not be a bitch. Where sometimes comparison really fucks with me. It always has, on and off my whole goddamn life. And sometimes if my mental health is doing particularly bad, I need to just straight up not watch streamers. And it sucks whenever I want to support people like you guys. So like I'll still normally like have you on a computer, but just because I wanna help out. But also it's like for my own sake, I have to just like step away for a bit, and like I don't know. That's why I have 2 different IG accounts, I was saying. Like, I have one for art and one for everything else. Let's do it. Oh yeah, every single streamer I've watched. Honestly, that's like, see, that's nice. I feel like it's just a creative thing. Like, creatives do that. I'm surprised you're in my stream. Maybe, maybe I don't make you feel that way. And that's fucking fantastic. I'm glad. But like, even with how much you chat in my streams, it's like, I don't know how you do that. Like, mentally, it's so taxing for me. Maybe that's a me thing. Maybe I'm a bit of a bitch. And honestly, fair. I get it. Or what am I trying to say? Not I get it. That doesn't surprise me. I'm a sensitive girly. Oh, Alyssa, you do? It's a me thing, not a you thing? Thank you! That's how I am! Thank you. I'm the same fucking way. I appreciate you being here. That's exactly how I am. See, it's normal. It's fucking normal. I know exactly what you mean. It's crazy, man. Comparison is truly the thief of joy. And we all just, you know, I think it's okay if we need to just not contact the world for a couple days. It's fine. It's okay. Sometimes we need it. But I think where NaNoWriMo is special is that the 50K might be close enough to a book that people go, oh, wow, maybe I can actually write a book. That is very true, Rick. And also different with writing. They always say the first draft is to get it down. First draft is just get fucking something on paper. Then you edit, right? Second draft is when you start making it like more coherent. I also know a lot of NaNoWriMo, they have like the 6 weeks of prep. So if you're worried about like planning characters or world building or anything, they have a lot of stuff for that to help you out. So that's true. I do feel like that system is, you get something at the end that you have to show for it, and it's really nice. And break that mental barrier that authors are some mystical other. Yes, I know what you mean. To get over the first mountain of writing a book or writing that first draft is huge. We're talking shit. Hi to everyone. I think it's totally normal, but it's how we deal with it makes it good or bad. Yeah, I completely agree. Well, and that's another thing, like I've always said, and this is something I've also learned from all my creative adventures, it's like a rising tide helps all boats, however that phrase go. I don't think I ever know how that phrase actually goes, right? But it's the idea of like people who are ever cagey and like keep to themselves and don't help others, like you're just making yourself look bad. You're not helping those around you. Community is important. And that's why I say like, I think I figured out this line for myself of like, I understand when my mental health is taken a bit of a hit and I have to step back. But even then I can step back and still be like supportive. It's just supportive in a different way that day or that week or in, I don't know. There's definitely lines for it. Whenever people get cagey, that means they ain't coping. They're not coping well. It's bad. Things aren't going well for them, man. They need help. A rising tide raises all ships. Yes. And that is true. That's always true. That is why community is important, man. All right, so we cooked our coconuts. I'm gonna get bit by a zombie, which means we need to find a first aid kit. Like when I watch friends and see their style and growth and worry if I need to change things or really drill into myself. Wait, hold on. I should pause and read this. I really drill into myself if that's why I really want. Oh, yeah, why I really want. Like I'm my authentic self on stream, so changing something would be like, yeah, you feel like you're losing yourself. If the answer is yes, then I'm like, well, then why the fuck am I gonna do that? That's silly. That's a good way to put it. That's a really good way to put it. Or the more modern, eating Tide Pods fills all stomachs. No, that's a very good way to put it. I mean, it's kind of like, okay, here's something. I brought this up the other day. About the whole, if we think I dressed maybe a little fancier, and I put on a full face of makeup, right? Maybe made my appearance a little more, I don't know, maybe just put a little bit more effort into it. Or like, you know, we were talking about society's expectations of looks, especially for women. Yeah, I'd probably have more people clicking. At least clicking to see what this is about, right? But that's also like not who I am. So I get you. That whole like, I don't know. I truly feel like we got a lot of really great stuff going here. There's a lot of great people. There's always great discussion, which I fucking enjoy. I value that to no end. Meaningful discussion. And little funny moments and silly games. And, I don't know. If the people who are gonna like that are gonna be the ones that stick around. And that's what we want. Alyssa VTuber stream goal. Honestly, that could be kind of funny because since I am an artist, I could make a fucking banger. I could make a fucking banger VTuber model. You know I could. I didn't take the backpack. Oh my god, we're off to the worst start. We're off to the worst start ever. Oh my fucking lord. Alyssa BBL era when? I don't actually know what that means. Am I being a boomer? What does that mean? Sigma, what does it mean? Oh no. I forgot my backpack. I don't know what BBL means. Being so stupid. The neat rising tide that I see here is that when I go to Disney Stream or Echo Stream or Alex's, it's all the same people that are in chat here every day plus more. All those regulars bring in people they know from other chats. Yeah, it rises the tides. Yes, I would completely agree with that. I would completely 100% agree with that. It's funny because not too long ago, I was comparing myself to you and Echo. Really? Wait, for real? Y'all have lots of meaningful conversations with viewers, and then there's me. Yeah, but Disney, your reactions, like... I feel like your reactions and stuff on stream is, like, amazing. You have, like... I don't know. There's something about, like, your clips and when you see something new. I feel like I'm a little more, like, stone-faced compared to you. Which is, like, fine. That's how I am. But I envy you for that. I was getting in my head, like, why do you two watch me? Because I don't think my streams are like that at all. So I had to kind of shake that off a bit. Isn't that just fascinating, though? That, like, see, that's just, we all get this shit in our heads. Guys, here's your lesson for this Monday. This goes for all of us. I'm sure all of us compare ourselves to something. Maybe it's our older sibling who just got that promotion, right? Maybe it's our friend who is getting married and seems to have a lot of success in life, and you're like, well, why isn't that happening with me? Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe that guy in your woodworking class keeps making better shit than you, and you don't know what to do, and it's making you a little shy and bashful. Fuck them. Not fuck them. Fuck the emotions, you know? Be friends with them. That's also the moral of the story. Is like, we can all help each other. But also, like, take care of your mental health. Oh my god. Rick's gotta go. Bye, Rick. See ya, dude. Sorry if I missed you. Goodbye. I'll see you. Don't forget your Monday lesson. Not knowing what BBL is. Don't tell her. Wait! I do know what it's a plastic surgery, right? I don't know explicitly what BBL means in that context. Oh, it enhances the rear. Oh. I'm starting to do more squats. I could just keep doing that. I'm gonna do it my way. I am excited to get back into shape now, though. That is something I feel great about. Oh no, I arrived back to see my name in chat. What do I do? What did I do now? No, it's good. We're talking about the, to varying degrees, a person's mental health when they compare themselves to others and that kind of thing. I feel like I'm more stone-faced than you. No, I would say your reactions are always like top of the fucking line. I think, okay, maybe sometimes admittedly, maybe sometimes it hits me a little hard, but I would say in general, like, Disney, your laugh is infectious. You have a very, like, infectious smile. I think I just, like, scream when I get afraid. Or not even scream. That's another thing. I don't even scream. I just go like, and I like make noises. I make panic sounds. Oh my god. Okay. Stop. Me a perfect angel? I missed the memo. I thought we were shit talking Alex. That's funny. Okay. I think I'm going the exact same way I went last time. That's not bad. I do have a major issue where if I'm not able to do something well, then no one's ever going to see it. I'm that way too, Jack. That's why when I first started streaming, it was such a... I was afraid. I was so afraid. And we had like fucking a year's worth of dog days for my tech. Because I don't know how to work OBS half the time. Like, are you guys ever going to see my writing in the Discord? Probably not! Because until it's publishable quality, I'm too self-conscious. No, I get it. I get it. I live for Disney reactions? Hell yeah. You're right, my bad. I forgot about the poor man. Happens to him a lot! No, wait a second. I'd say Alyssa gives a great reaction to us mentioning Alyssa's not a final girl. I am very easy to rage bait. This is true. This is true. I own it. Alex does it all the time to me too. He probably thinks it's funny. I feel like people know their strengths, and this goes with like anything in life. For instance, in music, in my musical days, I would say I'm not a very accurate player, which in French horn land means I chip notes. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I chip notes like when I'm nervous. And I know that about myself, but sometimes I make up for it because I think my musicality is very strong. I think I'm really good with like, if you speak music, I'm very good with like dynamics, articulation, style, rubato. And sometimes I think that would save me, even though my accuracy was not the best compared to others. That's kind of what I mean by like streaming. I think the conversation thing and like community building, connections, that kind of thing, I think that's my strength. Whereas Alex is fucking hilarious. I'm funny like on accident. I'm funny if the game does something funny and then I'm kind of like an idiot and I riff off of that. Whereas Alex just like pulls jokes out of his ass 24/7. And he's like that in real life too. I don't know how he does it. He's just a funny guy. And that makes sense that he's like that on stream because that's just like what he's naturally good at. Writing is probably the same. You know, some people are really good at dialogue. Some people are good at realistic characters. Some people, maybe it's their prose, and their prose is what sticks out. Comparison is the thief of joy. 100% it is. 100% it is. And that's why admittedly I have to take a step back sometimes. And I hope no one ever takes like offense to that. It's just, I don't know, over the years with all my creative ventures, it's just what I've learned. It's the only way I can really not burn out. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh boy, let me tell you, the imposter syndrome demon is a constant battle for me in the streamer world. Yeah, it's been a huge problem when streaming was my full-time job, and I feel it creeping in here as well, and I gotta fight it. And you know what's nice, Echo, is kind of like you get a restart, given what you're doing now with streaming. Because you're kind of like me, where I'm sure it was the same when you were a musician, and then a music streamer, and now this. And you probably have developed coping mechanisms, or you're very good at recognizing when that kind of thing is coming on. I feel like my previous ventures, like every time I try something new, it's like I am way more well-tuned to pick up on what's going on in my head. I tried to rage bait you and fail. I guess I'm too in the sauce of this conversation. I'm in the sauce now. See, like, this is the poster of don't compare because we all have our own judging voices. That's so true, though. Like, here you are, I'm good with reactions and think you're stone-faced. Or, yeah, like, I think I'm stone-faced. I'm thinking the same thing reversed. Yeah, that's very true. It's funny. I compare myself to you all the time, and I feel like I'm just piggybacking the tide of y'all's audience. But that's the thing, is if people didn't like you, then they wouldn't show up. right? Like bar none. If people did not like watching you, they would not click on your stream. They would not stay from a raid. They would not, because we've all seen when people raid and they're like, okay, I'm out now, bye. And sometimes it is just because like they're busy, they have to go somewhere, they need to go grab food. Genuinely, when I say I'm grabbing food, I have to, or else I get a migraine. Like genuinely. But yeah, no, they just wouldn't. They just wouldn't come. The fact that people are going and staying means 100% they're there for you because they want to see you. Bro, my laugh gets everyone. Sometimes I get in my head because my family does poke fun sometimes. No, your laugh is so infectious. Disney, I feel like you would win a superlative. Like, you know the high school's like most contagious laughter? I feel like you would have won that in my high school. Alex could do improvisation. Well, yeah, improvisation. Alex is so fucking good. If Alex, if you ever wanted to take like a comedy class or an improv class, I feel like you should do it. Or like a comedy troupe. You'd be damn good, dude. I'm having tons of insecurity and masking it with comedy, obviously. He has told me he feels that way, but your comedy is genuinely good. Dirty Dope Boy makes me so mad that I wasn't the one who said it. That's so funny. God. You seem confident to me. He also seems very confident to me. People tell that to me too, though. It's funny. I'm so glad I said it because it's slowly becoming my streamer alter ego. It's his brand. Been masking a long time. That's true. Alex does have some history of, Alex was made fun of quite a bit as a kid. And so I think he had some insecurities he felt like he had to maybe cover up. Thank God I have a fucking backpack now. Do not let me forget this backpack. Alyssa's holding me hostage to watch stream. Send help! I'm gonna do Morse code in the chat. Someone help me, please. Also, Crapman reminds me of a Jay and Silent Bob movie character. I don't know what that is. Does that surprise anybody here? It must be for real. Wait. Oh man, that one sucks! This one sucks! I don't want this! Okay, are there any like berries or some shit I can eat? There's not. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. Oh my god. Okay, it must be surreal for just weird shit you say. It turns into memes and content because, and maybe work merch one day. Yeah, I kind of hope so one day. It'd be fun. That happened a lot as a teacher. I would say something that meant nothing at this time and they'd really stick. Yeah, and it would become a meme. Whenever Alex was a teacher, he used to do shit that at the end of the year, the kids would make a meme board and they would print stuff out and like collage together a giant board and they'd present it to him at the end of the year. And then Alex kept it up in his office so they could see it from the office window. And then I think that further encouraged the kids. So like every year after, the next group of 8th graders would be like, well, we gotta make a poster now. And we're gonna make it better. I must confess, I was sitting in your stream at 10:25 this morning. Got mad sad when I remembered you were at the vet today. This is brand new information. My girlfriend really gasses me up with that sort of thing. Like once I said right now, I'm like an 8 out of 10 hungry and that number could change at any moment. And it became her catchphrase for months. That is a good one. Can confirm if I didn't like you, I would not watch you. I'm not nice like that. No, for real. That's just the simple truth. It is really easy. I feel like almost the easiest thing is to like leave a follow for somebody. But to actually return, to go to a person's streams, to be in their chat is even a huge thing. And I say that with respect to lurkers because I am normally a lurker. But yeah, any of that is like, yeah, people won't just do that out of the kindness of their hearts. They got other shit to do. people be busy. Aw. Take one? I think you mean teach one. Again, masking? Oh wait, sorry. I must have misread something. My bad. Me and Alex could start a podcast. You could. I'm in. There you go. Jack could do the at night version. Probably hosted at a strip club. Shut up. I literally DM'd Echo this morning telling her I didn't know what to do since she wasn't live. Oh my god. That's so funny. It's okay, guys. She's behind. We'll have to pause to catch up soon. I know. Here we go. Love you mean it became a staple phrase. Yeah, that's true. And you said it to every class. Or else I got in trouble. They did expect it from you. There's a restaurant in town near me literally called Love You Mean It, millennial ass. But they loved it. They would even make fun of us for some of our millennial shit. And they still wanted to hear it. I should just eat the hot dog, shouldn't I? No, I'll eat the airplane food. Alright, we're good. I am gonna get this honeycomb. And we are gonna make it to the top of the mountain. Maybe not. One of the things that's given me the most joy is seeing some of the longtime viewers' friends. Wait. Was it not up here? It wasn't up here?! I'm back to my lurk. Okay. Where is it then? Is it in another one? Is it in another one? I don't want to go looking through all of them again. I'm just going to get bit by the zombie. That's all we're going to do now. Anyway, sorry. I was in the middle of reading. Disney's got a lurk. You hear my name, my family PTSD kicks in. No, that's okay. You go back to lurking. Enjoy your reading. Good luck with all the stuff coming up the next couple days. Seriously. One of the things that's given me the most joy is seeing my longtime viewers, friends jump into y'all's communities and find such a safe place to land. Oh, that is really nice. I feel that way with you guys too. For sure. Post-episode analysis. Don't worry, I'll defend you after I roast you a little bit, Disney. True. Okay. It's not there, right? I'm not blind? Where the fuck is this? Oh my god. So it has to be in one that's empty like that. Did it just not spawn? Oh my god. Does it just not always spawn? Because if that's the case, hold on. Then I gotta go over here. Because the only thing I can do now is get some fucking zombie bite. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Ready? Yeet. Please. This game is just taunting me. What do you mean you're giving me 2 chain launchers? I don't know what to do. Cloud fungus? What does that do? I don't know. Just take me. Just end it. Oh my god. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, that's my talk on comparison. Sometimes I really gotta pump the brakes and detach from the world. Honestly, that's something that reading has been very good for. That's a bad one. Reading, because like a lot of my spare time used to be taken up by like, you know, social media stuff. That's what a lot of people do in their spare time. Reading is nice because I pick up the book. It has nothing to do with my phone. Oh my god, that branch almost killed me. Okay. Yeah, reading a book has nothing to do with my phone. I completely unplug for a little bit. And that is just God's gift to this earth during this human experience. It's what I need. Okay. Hold on. Oh boy. Stop. Maybe that's also why I like it more than like watching TV shows or movies, because I think even sometimes during like films and stuff, I kind of put on my art brain. More explosive farts. I still put on my art brain. I find myself like analyzing it still. Do we think it's in that one? It's like way over there. Yeah, because that other one. Oh, fuck. Do I have to go over there? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, not there. Not there. Let's just. Yep. Okay. And I can't find a zombie yet because I don't know where a first aid kit is. It's getting bad. It's getting really bad. Okay, yeet, come on. Oh, wait, no, wait. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. We're gonna do this. Oh my god, it's so not worth it. Oh, when the wind blows, it's better. Oh, it's better to be on a vine. There's a guy. There's a man. There's a man. There's a man. There's a man. Oh, no, don't. It didn't wake up, right? Oh. Okay, wait. Please be a first aid kit. Oh. My fucking lord. Okay, that's fine. What do I do? What do I do here? Can I crawl? Nope, not that way. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I can hear it. I'm running. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hear it. I bet it's trying to climb up. Fuck this, dude. I hate the zombies. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Stop it! Oh my god. Okay. How? Where go? Where go from here? Didn't I come over here to like go in a trunk or something? I'm just panicking now. There it is. Dude, the fact that this guy disappeared, what does that mean? Is that him? I'm freaking out, dude. Okay. I think I keep hearing him. Do you guys hear that clicking? It's like a clicking sound. What is that? Is it in here? It's not even in here. This was a complete waste. So now, the best thing to do, if I can't get a honeycomb, is to find a first aid kit. That clicking is me standing on the log. Okay, okay, so I'm just paranoid. You understand though, right? The fact that I saw the zombie there and now it's gone? It's not good. It's not good. Okay, maybe I Spider-Man. I'm gonna Spider-Man. I really can't Spider-Man that way. Are you sure? You sure about that? Okay. Okay. That was stupid. That was stupid. I don't know what to do. Okay, maybe I can jump over here? Okay, that worked. don't know how I did that. If I can find items, that would be great. And honestly, maybe I should just go ahead and like eat this. That's fine. Yep. Should I waste the chain launcher? That seems stupid to waste it right now. That seems like really mega dumb stupid to waste it right now. Oh my god, come on. Okay, that was lucky. It's too far, isn't it? I should have just Spider-Man'd over there. I should have just Spider-Man'd over there. What am I doing? Alyssa, you have items. Use them! Okay. Hey, Alex. Are you still there? Alex, are you there? I have a question for you. This can get the fuck out of here. Oh, no, don't. Okay. Alex, if you are there, I wanted to ask you if you planned on streaming today. I need to know. Because if you are, I think I'm ending soon. My voice is giving out. I mean, this seems the smart way. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Is that? No, it's not. I keep thinking I see zombies everywhere. There's a bug in my room? Everything is scaring me. Okay. So, I don't think I remember any, like, items here. That's really what we need right now. Okay, that didn't work. Alright, this is not working. Can I— oh, that was dumb. Okay. Okay, that's not where I need to be. I think this is just a bad run for these achievements. I think this might just be it. Oh no. Okay. I kind of remember this from last time. Isn't there— no, I'm on a different side of the map. Maybe we can get up there? Uh-oh. I have Piton. Piton? Let's use Piton. Okay. Where are all the fucking items, dude? I'm gonna lose it. There's nothing. Alright. Okay. Nope. Stop. What is this? Am I getting to like the other side of the mountain? This is weird. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm back in the front? I'm back in the front. I don't want to be here. This sucks. I hate this. Alright, I think I've officially decided how I feel about Roots. I think I've officially decided. I don't dislike it. I do think it is my least favorite. And that's fine. Can an antidote work for that? Okay. Well. Oy vey. Oh my god. Oh, no, no! Uh-oh. No. Wait. Can I get out of that? Is this dangerous? I thought it was, but is it like water? Can I just go in it? What if I run? I can just walk in this. This is fine? That is so bizarre. I did not know you could do that. Uh-oh. That's a good one. I played a few good Dead by Daylight rounds with my little bro. Hell yeah! Did you win them? How many did you win? How'd you do? I'm gonna be so for real right now. I've never been able to do. Just tell if you're supposed to know where to go in this game, and the smoky ass world isn't doing me any favors. I will say, yeah, the Roots, it's probably my least favorite because it is the hardest to tell. I understand the smoky sides from like the barriers. But one time I went into the swamp stuff and I died. And so I am much confused now. I am confusion. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I am much confused now. Like, I know, like, this is kind of like the edge of the world, so there's, like, these kinds of barriers on, like, either edge. But yeah, these, like, pink amorphous bits, I know are supposed to be spore areas. So there's a point when that becomes, like, too dangerous. Uh-oh. No. Okay. Well, this probably wasn't very smart. Like, see, now I wonder if I'll die in this. You know what? We'll do it for science. Or... Nope. Oh. Wait. It's like a hard surface? What is this? Can I... Alright, hold on. We'll break the game then. If I'm not getting achievements, we'll break it. What if we... Let me go over here. I have so little stamina though. Yeah, this is looking rough. I'm so bad at Peak Jack. I have no idea what is happening 90% of the time. Really? I don't feel like... I don't know. I guess it was confusing the first couple rounds I played it. I play it so much now though that it's like... I don't know. It's not so bad. Alright, take me. Take me, wind. Do I got anything good here? Got my thick mints. That could be good. You know, let's just eat them. Get the weight off us. Okay. I gotta be real, gang. It's not looking good. I just needed a first aid kit. I had 3 in the last run. But yeah, I will say in favor of you guys. Did you see that bug? In favor of you guys, I feel like the Roots biome is by far the hardest and the most confusing. If you're already confused about like which... Uh-oh! What was that? Wait, stop it! If you're already confused about which way to go, I'm stuck, dude. I'm like soft locked by this bug. Let me out. If you're already confused about where to go, then it would only be more difficult in this biome. Oh my god, he's hunting me down, dude. He's hunting me down. I'm stuck. I'm cornered. Juke him! Did I get him? Come get me now, bitch. Yeah, I think you're only gonna find this harder. I'm not. It's not gonna go well. Oh my god! Stop! I'm being attacked by bugs, dude. This is so Exhibit A. Exhibit A. We should play with Alyssa and Alex then. I do want to do a community peak day. I don't know when, just cause I forgot I had a checkpoint. I don't really want to. Can the swamp just take me? There's no first aid kit. There's no honeycomb. I'm useless here. Just end it. Just end me. End it. There we go. That was something. How should I end it? What can I do? Hey, wait! If this has a first aid kit, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Okay. But yeah, I do want to do a community peak day. That is something I want to do very much. What the fuck is that thing doing? Which one? The bug? Or the spider? The beetle? I think the beetle just hits you. And when it hits you, you have like spectacular falls. You have like the ragdoll. Do you remember the banana slip from Crowd Control? It's just a bunch of that. I haven't been paying attention all that much, but it seems like Alyssa's been in Roots for like an hour. I did die. I did die, and then I came back, and now I'm stuck because nothing I wanted is here for me, and I'm mad. I'm mad. I've returned from the shower. Alex, I wanted to ask you if you wanted to stream, because my voice is giving out, and I still have an orchestra rehearsal tonight, so I think I'm gonna call it after this. That's okay. You don't have to! You don't have to. Oh, hey, do we get Crapman stream tonight? So that's the thing. We have orchestra. Where am I? Am I stuck? Probably not. I was going to around 7, but then yeah, I forgot we have orchestra rehearsal tonight. I know. We're in that fun... What is going on? We're in that fun Christmas time of year. Where we have just like a shitload of performances and rehearsals to go to. So it's, yeah. So unfortunately. It'd be V short. That's okay then. We can just call it then. You and I have been busy. Only behind the ears. That's the only place that matters. The fog is coming to take us. So, okay, if anyone is curious, the swirlies like this when you can't see, this is the fog. And this is when the fog comes to take you. As it is about to take me now. Which I feel like is a good way to go, so. Alright, that was anticlimactic. Can I jump? Yumpus. Jump. Fall. Go deeper. There we go! There we go. Which is annoying. I did a ton of quality of life improvements for stream. I know! I even got a little bit of, this morning, Alex did a ton. I got a bit ready for body doubling and like co-working streams that I think I'm gonna do when we get back from Thanksgiving. But yeah. Alright, both of those runs were stinky poo-poo. Both of those runs. Pretty fucking bad. Pretty fucking bad. Let me turn that off. I'm not upset. I'm not upset in the slightest. I don't know what I could possibly be upset about. I'm stealing the music, Alex. Sorry. Where there's a snap and a neigh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all that. I'm actually excited because our orchestra rehearsal tonight, we're doing a combined full orchestra with a choir. So the choir is going to be at the rehearsal tonight. That'll be fun. I have no idea what the caliber of the choir is like, but it's going to be a fun time regardless. Actually, that reminds me that I need to print those parts out. Oh, yeah, Alex, can you get mine too? Thank you. Required Christmas orchestra piece. Yeah, Alex does do the neigh. The neigh. Make sure you do your wrist warm-ups for holding the mutes. But yeah. I'm kind of sad this is my last stream before leaving. Gang, I will be back. The plan is next Monday. I'm sorry stream is a little shorter today. I'm a little fried from Hobbitsgiving and stuff yesterday. But if you are an American celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a lovely week, and everyone else, even if you aren't celebrating Thanksgiving, yeah, I hope you have a nice time. Get some quick rest. Yeah, thank you, Phil. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. It's always fun chatting with you guys, and Peak is so good for just like I don't know, it's mindless. I can just do it in the background now and none of it really matters. I'm going to be locking in next week to be able to relax when December rolls around. Yeah, Alex and I still only have half of our Christmas decorations up. That's another thing we need to do. Like we have all the boxes out, so like the living room is a mess. Maybe we'll do that before, like that Sunday before we come back or something, but yeah, anyways, it was lovely having you all here. Lovely chats. Yeah, Annabelle, thank you so much for coming in. That was awesome. Jack, you have a good Thanksgiving break. Thank you. Safe travels. Alex and Alyssa streams will return next week. And Alex might stream on Sunday. There you go. I will be back Monday in a week. Don't forget about us while we're gone. Have some good food if you're American or not. I'm probably not going to raid out just because I'm so fucking fried. And thank you for being here on this quick little stream. I really appreciate you all deep down. And I love you. Have a good one. I'll see you around. Bye.